Liquid nitrogen. I've seen several YouTubers make this with a surplus Stirling cryocooler, and it seemed quite easy to do, which greatly boosted my enthusiasm to make it myself. As it happens, I would love to share with my son the fun of shattering a ping pong ball and levitating some YBCO superconductor on magnets, so I went at it at eBay. There was a nice unit for sale, a Cryotel DS Mini, or so it seemed from the pictures, for a price I suspected was quite reasonable. Hitting the buy button, as one would with the like and subscribe buttons, gave a sense of relief, pleasure and anticipation. While waiting for the package to arrive, I thoroughly researched the images and came to the conclusion that 2 cooling tubes were cut, as well as the power cable. This posed no problem, since I could cool the cryocooler in several ways if need be, and it obviously was a cut power cable with a plus and a minus wire I needed to connect to some power supply of sorts. The DS Mini manual mentioned 75 Hz and about 45 watts of power consumption. Being new to this kind of thing, I asked an AI nicely to design a low-cost driver. ChatGPT came up with a fun solution, a low-budget signal generator connected to a simple 2x 50 watt power amplifier, an XR2206 do-it-yourself set, and a Dayton Audio KAB 250 V4 amplifier. The amplifier would have to be set to mono to have enough headroom to drive the DS Mini comfortably. The cryocooler arrived about a week later. I failed to film the unboxing of the original package though, so please accept this rendition in its stead. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh wow, oh wow, Jesus, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The device that emerged was a bit smaller than I would have expected, and on top of that, it appears to have 4 electrical wires. I feared this might become confusing fast, so I asked the manufacturer if they would sell me a power supply or some specifications for the 4 wires, but they instantly ghosted me. It was Grok who suggested a plausible wire plan. The DS Mini actually uses 2 motors, which need to be driven with opposite power. When one pushes, the other one pulls, and vice versa to have them run in sync. Luckily, the Dayton amplifier was a stereo device, so I just had to connect one motor to the left output and the other motor to the right output, having the polarity of one inverted. Good! This was now really getting somewhere. Lastly, ChatGPT also suggested a power supply for both the signal generator and amplifier, an Avavo DC 24 volts 15 ampere power supply. All put together, I mounted it on a bit of wood I had lying around, and the results looked like this. It must be said that I was quite apprehensive powering it on. Who knows, perhaps the cryocooler wasn't in working order at all. Maybe my soldering sucked enough to create damaging noise. Maybe it all just wouldn't come together as expected. So after a while of nervously watching my contraption, I finally just connected it and hope for the best. In hindsight, all my stress was unwarranted. A nice gentle hum emerged from the cryocooler and all seemed to work just fine. I slowly increased the voltage and thus power of the output until I was satisfied. Before long there even appeared some frost on the cold tip, so that looked pretty promising. Now it was just a matter of time. Or so I thought. Nothing condensed in the dewar, only some frost and a performative cold haze was seen. Even running the contraption for a night did not result in any liquid in my dewar. Why you no work, DS Mini? This was a real downer. All the other YouTubers made it seem so easy and had milliliters of liquid air to show after a fraction of the time I had it running. Stupid Cryotel. What the hell could be the problem? In an 18 degrees Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit environment, the device eventually became quite hot, and Grok suggested that that could be the problem. So I moved everything outside, where 0 to 5 degrees Celsius, 32 to 41 Fahrenheit temperature was more welcoming. At the very least, it would really help with cooling. Every time I connect the device, I need to check the polarity since my power supply isn't agnostic to it, and my Euro connector. Oh, fuck this! The amplitude dial was too high and overdriving the system. Whew, nothing seems to have broken. I placed the dewar closer to the cold tip this time and let it run. Later in the evening, it would even start to freeze a little. Every degree of heat not needing to be removed by the machine lets it make more liquid. The anticipation was killing me and I wasn't willing to run the cryo outside overnight, so after 5 hours I checked the dewar. However, nope, not a single drop. So I moved the equipment to my shed, added a hollow copper rod to the cold tip, added some aluminium foil and let it run for 2 days straight. Okay, it's now 2 days later. Let's unpack it all and let's see how it went. So at long last, here it is, my first liquid air. Fuck my life.